Alrighty, welcome everybody uh, to the latest session of the Tensport Tales Chapter 1. If you're joining us for the first time, this is a Pathfinder um, game that's been homebrewed. We are a group of mercenaries per se. We work for a company that does odd jobs and stuff. I guess it's not Pinkertons, but it's Pinkertons adjacent. Um, and yeah, we in our previous session, the party split up and we went our separate ways to try and tie some threads together. And all of them led back to remind me the name of the company. It begins with an A that we are approaching, I believe, as we're starting here.
Asra.
Yes, the Asra Corporation seems to be behind part, if not all, but definitely some of the goings on that we are trying to solve here. So I believe we are going to pick up as we are approaching the Asra Corporation's southern office. I believe it was western, eastern. It's not the northern one.
In the nice part of town.
It is the northern
Hilariously
one,
enough, yeah, it is the northern one.
right?
You in fact were so close.
So yes.
Yeah. So basically, you guys had previously come from one of the ones out by the southern docks and down by Forge Walk, and made your way here, being informed that Marcus Azra, the essentially owner and director of the entire Azra uh, trading group or corporation, um, generally works out of the uptown office. You guys had made your way there into the pristine streets. Um, gave the front office doors a quick knock, and were let in uh, by a kindly old man who, as you guys watch the door open, he's got quite a bit of white in his hair, but very well put together, very slicked back. But you can see the classic telltale signs of servitude. He's dressed essentially to the nines, with the exception of having just the top button undone on his collared shirt, as he had opened the door for all of you, and just once you guys had told him um, that you were looking for the Asra Trading Group, he basically had just opened the door and just backed away, giving a bow to you, and welcoming you into the um, what is essentially the head office of this corporation. Walking in here, you guys see a very lavish lobbyway, a far cry from pretty much anything else that you guys had seen so far. But you guys look down and you guys can see checkered tiles that look sleek, pristine, and almost too shiny to the eye. Overhead in this kind of entranceway, a large chandelier hangs, each with kind of individual candlesticks and candles just lit in there. But even then, at the very front there, the sunlight kind of just shines through the very top and hits this linoleum floor. You guys were able to see that the shadow it casts is a perfect representation of the Asra company crest, which I guess I have never have never described to everybody now that I'm thinking about it. But essentially, is a large hexagon, in which on the inside has a shovel and a pickaxe that have been crossed.
Okay, cool. If you
Yeah.
create an image of that at some point, or if you have an image of it, I can put it up on stream at some point.
I'm not artsy, so
That's
I
fine.
will do what I can.
Mon, it's your time to shine. Break up the MS Paint and send it to me.
On
I
it,
mean,
boss.
if you let me know, I can do that. I can actually make it artsy.
Sure. I'll yeah.
What do you mean,
I'll-
actually?
I can be artsy when I need to.
It's like everybody else in this party. They can be actually clean. In which case, you guys all step in as the gentleman closes the door behind you all. Yeah. He quickly looks you all once over, kind of hands you guys what look like sort of white cloths, which he says, does anybody need this to wipe off their hands or their boots?
I'm just gonna press the digitation, everything, all the dust and stuff off me.
No.
I'm good, thank you.
Much appreciated, madam.
I'll do the boots because we were walking in like Sludge Street and Forge Walk. My hands are clean though.
My armor is pretty pristine. I even remember I didn't even put it on until I left to come here.
It's true.
I'm dirty and I'm not changing.
He respects your decision, if a little begrudgingly. But he quickly puts them away in a little basket there, and just. Is there somebody that you're here to see, the four of you?
Yes, we were hoping to speak with the big man himself, Marcus.
Oh, you are here to see Marcus. Oh, all right. Marcus is possibly in meetings most of the day. Can I have your names? Or perhaps what company you work for?
We're with Zarpov Securities.
Zarpov, as he kind of quickly pulls out a little notebook out from his back pocket, kind of flips through and looks. And he's doesn't seem like you have. It doesn't seem like I have your company on any appointment slots today.
No, but we would like to meet with him as soon as possible. It is a matter of some urgency. He may have purchased some rather dangerous goods.
Oh, I understand. Let me see what I can do for you. He does have a few openings, but generally they're pretty precious. So let me see here. He kind of quickly jots down Zarpov into his notebook. So it's a matter of essentially a dangerous goods purchase. Yes.
Yes, something that could be harmful to him or his
Company.
Understood.
and
Or
he
his
may not be
mother.
aware of it.
Does this item have to go through him, or is there anybody else that could take your inquiry?
We know he was the one that purchased it in a private sale.
Oh, I see. And how did you come across that information?
From the man who sold it to him.
I understand. In which case, let me see if we can't get you in sometime today. Do you have any sort of letter or any sort of warrant or any official documentation for this claim?
I do have a letter of introduction.
Okay.
I'll show him that. The letter
Yeah,
from Log.
He kind of quickly reads it over, and even as he's reading it over, you watch as he has his pen and just goes back to his notebook, makes a quick jot, and then there it says, "All right. Let me see what we can do here. In the meantime, if you would you like to sit? Would you like to browse? I have no issues. I just want to know where to find you, if we do happen to have an opening for you."
Is there like a seating area in the lobby?
Not in this actual like this large lobbyway. No, you can see that they actually have like a waiting room.
Okay.
Off to the far side. You also see that they have they have an area that almost looks like a display hall.
Mm.
In which it looks like it's filled with kind of glass cases, and inside you can see like various like you can make out various things like tools, but also like raw materials that are inside of those cases.
Okay.
Essentially, kind of looks like one of those like merchandise display or merchant sort of halls. Just to assist with sales, right?
We'll take a look around.
Okay. As long as you stay on this first floor, I'll try to find you as best I can. If you do choose to wander a little further, I would say I might still be able to reach you on the second floor pretty easily, but there are a lot of offices up there that might make it a little difficult. So, just feel free to peruse, and I'll get right back to you.
Understood. Thank you, Mr.
Gerald.
Gerald. Thank you, Gerald.
No, thank you very much. Zarpov, excellent. I'll see you in a moment. All right.
Thank you.
He seems to march up a set of stairs into the second floor, where you guys can kind of hear the general chatter of um, what can only be described as business talk. People talking about quarters and how they're going to meet their sales quotas. It's all sorts of it's all kind of table talk up there about how the company's doing and what they're looking for. Every once in a while, you can hear somebody working with a client as they're negotiating prices. But overall, it's really it's very much just a kind of slow hum that comes from that stairwell that he has gone up.
All right. I want to browse through these cases and see if maybe he happened to purchase the cold steel to stick it in one of these boxes for display.
Mhm. Um, as you make your way over to the that kind of merchandise hall there, you can see that it's immaculate. There's almost not a single speck of dust on any one of these display cabinets, and it very much is, one shelf, and it shows, the various ingots, and things that they sell, the various types of wood that they sell in small samples. It's a crazy thing to behold, considering a lot of these are um, raw materials.
Mhm.
Very most people, they'll maybe take they might take a sample when they're discussing a deal, but the fact that these guys actually even have the ability to just display, like, their best possible ingot or something like that people can look at, or their best gold bar or something like that, it's crazy talk. But you walk in, just trying to browse to see whether or not anything catches your eye and looks like it could be that cold steel ball. Just a quick look through here. It's very fairly organized, so it's really not difficult. As you kind of just walk down the elements, you can see that they do in fact display cold steel, but the cold steel is very much formed into a bar shape, um, very much akin to like a gold bar, but you don't see anything that looks like that lump of cold steel with those kind of weird divots in it from like seemingly chain shapes.
Hmm. Hey, Rin, you want to come over here?
Yep. All right.
You want to take a look at that thing with your magic sight, see if maybe they melted down that cold steel ball and put it in that ingot?
I mean, I have to hold it for 10 minutes to identify it, but I can give it a shot.
You won't be able to hold it. It's behind glass.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can see if it's magical. That's
It's
about
worth
it.
a shot.
Alright, I will cast Detect Magic and see if there's any new magic within 30 feet of me.
Mm-hmm. Cast Detect Magic. Oh, excuse me. So you kind of you quickly kind of open your mind and kind of start getting a little feel for the area here. Um, you note that there is magic in the area.
Mm. Interesting.
Pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence of magic. Just ignore the magic you're fully aware of, such as magic. Mm-hmm. In this hall, you can feel that there's very much a presence of magic, and the magic seems to be pretty much all around you here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's likely magical. Everything here is freaking magical.
Probably security of some kind, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so I probably won't be able to get beyond the box to be able to tell you anything more than that.
Thanks for trying. Worth a shot.
Excuse me, Zarpov?
Yep.
Oh, I see. You found the display cases. Yeah. Was there anything that intrigued you there?
I mean, gold steel. Looks very similar to the one we're looking for. Not quite, but similar.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a product that we sell very scarcely now. It's whatever supply we still have left, considering there is the trade embargo, and that is one of the items. Actually, several of the items in that display case are whatever we can still source from our warehouses, but no, we really have to bring those in very limited supplies now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Makes
cold
sense.
steel, definitely one of them. Eventually, we were considering taking those out of the box, but I think the directorship deemed that if anybody was interested enough, we might as well keep it there, considering as long as there's still something to sell, we might as well be able to sell it.
Oh, it is worth way more in box. You don't want to open these things; it loses all of its value.
You know, you're not wrong. That's a very astute observation. There are honestly many of these ingots that we've pressed, very much are simply collector's items for many people because we've purified these metals and these down to essentially what is their purest essence. Very few abnormalities, um, very few imperfections. It's obviously there's still going to be some amount of it, but it really is the highest quality that you can get.
That 99.9%, right?
As close as we can. Some of them are a little more difficult than others, from what I'm led to believe. But I'm no scientist. This is really just what I've been able to learn from my time here. So I was told that Master Marcus would be willing to see you, um, in maybe about 15, 20 minutes. He's just in
That
a
works.
meeting with another guest right now. But if you wouldn't mind coming up towards his office, um, and maybe sitting in the waiting room just outside of there, we can have you there.
Will do. We appreciate the expediency, Gerald.
I am here to help as much as I can. Um, he starts leading you guys up that stairwell as you guys get up to the second floor, and you guys can see that this area looks very much almost like the bullpen that you guys are used to working in, except there's all these barriers and dividers and file folders and filing cabinets that everybody's kind of walking from and to. There's people who are sitting down at the various desks. You guys can see, like, you guys can even see as sales are going on, people signing papers, passing them across, other people shaking hands, some of them still kind of going over pricing charts and inventory lists and things like that. As he kind of turns the corner to kind of go up continue to go up the stairs here, you guys get up to the 3rd floor here, where you guys can see that up here it seems to be much quieter, but no different. Very much the same sort of layout. Here there are a few tables that seem to just have a variety of snacks on them. Um, and every once in a while, somebody who walks past you, as you guys can see, just kind of grabs one and kind of munches as they go. But you guys can see that they're on this floor. People are kind of folding letters out, folding letters, and kind of getting mail packages together. You guys can see that there's in the very far corner, there's a group of people who seem to be kind of drawing up a poster. Um, on that poster at the very back that you guys can see, because there it seems like they were kind of printing it on enormous poster paper, big bold letters, and you guys can very clearly see across the top, "Vote Asra."
Mm.
You guys go up one more set of stairs here, um, until you reach a very quiet, very spacious, actually, 4th floor. Um, there's still that opening that kind of lets you guys see down into that lobbyway, but here it's very much closed offices. Um, Not unlike that kind of singular back hall that you guys have back at Zarpov. But instead here, it is an entire floor of this. There seems to be offices, and then some offices just have a few chairs kind of sitting out front. But he kind of leads you guys on as you guys go. He gets to kind of the center of the floor where there's there's a central hallway. He kind of turns down this hallway, and and you guys can see there's actually for this one there's actually a relatively spacious waiting area actually. um in there you guys can see a variety of books, some actually incredibly comfortable looking leather chairs, um as well as an entire snack bar and drink bar laid out. If you wouldn't mind waiting in this room, you can feel free to close the door as well, if you feel like you want some privacy to discuss anything. Otherwise, feel free to help yourself with snacks and drinks. And his assistant should get you pretty soon here. All right?
Thanks again, Gerald.
No, thank you very much for your patience. I hope you guys have a very fruitful meeting. All right? He excuses himself and leaves the room, leaving you guys to what look like some fresh cookies, some cheeses, some meats, some what looks like bread, some crackers. Variety. There's a hot water laid out here as well, where and you guys can see that there's a variety of little small pots that have just an incredible aroma coming from each of them. But you guys all walk into the meeting room. Mm, As you guys enter this meeting room as well, you guys do notice something that seems a little odd, um, which is actually that the room itself does have what looks like a large painting in it. But the painting isn't hung on the wall. It's actually just painted as if there was a picture frame onto the kind of back wall here.
So
No,
it's like a mural, but not.
it's
Yeah,
like it's like a painting of a painting. Like there's a frame painted on the wall.
yes.
Yeah.
A paintingception.
It's
I
like when
will
you
bet.
have a T-shirt that has a tie on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will detect magic that.
Mhm. Um, as you detect magic in this room, you also note that there is a presence of magic in the room. Um,
Any illusions that are below level 1 or
and
level 1 or below, I can pick those out.
mhm. If you as you kind of detect that, you do note. Uh, Let's see. You can yeah. So you can detect the illusion magic only if it is lower than level magic spell. Items that are an illusion aura but are deceptive in appearance typically are detected normally. Yeah, you're able to note that as we're calling it, a painting of a painting, seems to be magical in some way.
Okay. Does it seem to be illusionary magic or just something else entirely?
I would say you would know that it is illusionary.
Okay. Well, it's a big fucking painting of. Pardon me. There's a big painting of nothing. It's fake.
It's not a painting. Fucking.
No.
As those are illegal in this city.
Okay.
No.
Just checking.
That painting is an illusion. It's fake. It is not what it appears to be.
Oh, it's like one of the ones in Super Mario where you jump through it and you end up in Whomp's Fortress.
Potentially.
Let's test it. And I tried to grab Munt.
I evade easily.
I am going to get coffee, and make sure Munt isn't dumping entire plates of stuff into his bag.
I will dump entire plates of stuff in my bag and then wash my hands in some of the aromatic pots of liquid.
Oh no. I'm just gonna press to digitate that before
Please
he
don't.
can do anything.
As the crew gets settled into this area,
Oh, I do want to actually, though, I do want to go over to the painting and, like, interact with it and see if I'm curious.
what
Try
would
and put
you
your
like-
hand through it.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna touch it and, like, see if it's, like, it is the paint magical, is, you know, like,
Wall
what,
magical.
you know, like, what's what here?
Yeah. You walk over and you touch the painting, and can you quickly make a fortitude save for me?
A fortitude save. That's a 24.
24. You feel something sharp. To kind of like as you approach it and go to touch it, you feel that something sharp kind of almost pricks your finger, but it just doesn't make it through your thick calloused hands. But in that kind of split second of feeling that, do you continue to still try to like feel the wall, or do you pull back here?
I'm just gonna. Well, can I see what poked me?
You cannot. No, not at the moment.
I'm gonna try and grab what poked me.
Yeah, you.
That makes
You
sense?
try to. Yeah. You kind of just go. You feel something. That thing pokes your finger, and you immediately go to grab it, and just try to like pull it out. And as you pull it, you look, and it's in your hand now. It doesn't seem to be painted on. It's just a sliver of wood.
Okay. Is there anything else here, or is it just that?
Of what you pulled out.
Or, like, is it a part of anything? Like, does it look like it fits anywhere here?
No, it looks like when you pulled it, you could feel resistance on it.
Okay.
So it feels like it was probably part of that back wall there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep putting my hand. Well, it's my gauntlet across the a wall to try to see if I can figure out if it's like broken behind here. Like, is there like a passage behind here or something?
As you kind of like go and start kind of feeling it, it feels like the wall is in fact like broken. It's not broken all the way through. It's like maybe there might be like maybe like an inch of depth to this kind of break in this back wall. But you can feel like individual planks of wood and like snapped edges. You can feel the kind of sharp splinters along the sides. There's what is effectively like some sort of hole, and it's not even either. It's not like somebody tried to cut a hole out, uh, with like a knife or something that it's got like it's relatively smooth edges. It actually like there are areas of it that are the full 1 inch deep, but there are also some areas that are just like maybe just slightly dented in or broken or.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there a spot where like I could pass through or no?
As you're kind of as you're kind of like as you kind of pat and pat and pat it and pat it, you eventually get to a spot where it feels like it goes a little bit further.
Okay.
And once you but when you as you kind of are able to kind of poke a finger into that area, it it feels like there's just like stone back there. As you're doing this, you guys hear at the very door. Ahem.
I
You
will
guys
turn and look.
I didn't
see
look.
what looks like a relatively young female elf, who's standing there, arms crossed, kind of leaning with what can only be described as teenage attitude in the
Ha.
doorway. And she just
Okay.
Okay. Who is this?
you get as you guys look more, you guys can see that she seems to have several rings on her hand, pretty sizable bracelets that that are like big and black. Has a very but seems to just have this attitude about her as she just looks at very specifically Wark, who's touching the wall and just saying, "Do you like my masterpiece?"
Your wall is broken. And I toss the chunk of wood I ripped off the wall at her. Not like aggressively, like
Yeah.
underhand.
But yeah. As you watch her, she seems to pretty easily just catch it as it gets lobbed at her. She looks at it and she's like, "I know. I was told to cover that up."
Oh, so it's like a glorified patch. Got it.
Like a magic patch. A soul
Uh,
patch, maybe even.
Ha.
No.
As she does not smile in the slightest. You guys can see that like the makeup around her eyes is just a little too dark. For whatever attitude she's giving off. It's got she just kind of looks at you guys, not unamused, and just
So
like looks at the little wood. It's just,
my instinct says you're not an employee here.
oh really?
And if you are, you're terrible.
No, I was gonna say that you might share a last name with the company.
Oh well, aren't you smart?
Yep.
He's
Well-
even younger than you are. Can you believe that?
She kind of gives the the scoff and shoulders of of a teenager who does not care in the slightest.
Hmm.
You
I
do
will
what you
say
have to.
your masterpiece is quite distinctive.
Mm-hmm. You really don't. You can just tell me the wall's very broken. Covers it up okay, but not great.
Why is the wall broken? Who broke your wall? You should get that fixed. That's a safety hazard.
Yeah, we'll come fuck your family's ass up with our safety vests.
I almost got a splinter, and I'm a guest. That's not acceptable. I'd like to speak to your father.
Oh, I'm sure you would. I'm sure that's why you're in this room. We were gonna get the wall fixed eventually, but most people don't have to sit in here for very
Hmm.
long, so we never had to.
It's nice to keep appearances up, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm told.
Ooh, that sounds like a story right there.
Don't flatter me. He's
I'm not flattering. I'm just pointing it out.
he said his meeting's gonna take a few more at least a few more minutes, because they're bringing in a sample for him to look at. So you guys might be sitting in here for I don't know, 5-10 minutes,
Did
however
they
long it takes them
say-
to run a sample.
Sorry, I being rude. My name is Wark. But did they say what kind of sample they were bringing in?
I don't know. You think I was listening?
Isn't that your job?
I don't think she has a job.
No.
Here.
Okay, first of all, disrespectful. Second of all, I do have a job. My job is to be an assistant.
Okay.
So, I'm just keeping the schedule, and I'm trying to tell you that it's going to be another 5-10 minutes. Okay?
Well,
Okay.
Don't
thank
get
you
injured
very
on the
much,
wall.
miss. I appreciate it.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Yeah, because I didn't tell you. Bye.
Get her ass.
I have a
Just
question.
walks away. Yeah.
I know what her last name is.
Her first name is probably assistant.
My question is,
Uh-huh.
do we know where the room that he's in is?
Yes, you guys do like also it's pretty obvious because your waiting room is basically like on the right hand wall, and his room is essentially the room like at the very end of this hallway.
Question: is it a room
Yeah.
that shares
No.
a wall with the hole in the wall where the painting is?
It is not. No.
God, all right. Work sits down, frustrated. It worked
yeah,
one time. It can't work a second time, right? I can't just Kool-Aid Man through every wall I come across.
Yeah, sorry. Let me
Yeah,
kind of
no.
lay out this kind of hallway in this room for you guys. You guys kind of basically turn down the central hallway. That's imagine if you're walking straight. This room would have been basically a lounge to the right here, with a long back wall. That's where the painting is. So the painting's also on that right. If you're walking down the hallway. Straight down the hallway, you guys would have seen there's a large door that's essentially sits back there, which you would assume to be the director's door. You also did notice that there is another slightly smaller, like a smaller door, on the left hand side with what looks like sort of like a glass so that they can see out, and that looks like where she walks into.
Hmm.
With that interruption out of the way, you guys kind of hang out for another few minutes, and then you guys do see as what looks like a kind of goblin walks down this hallway. You can see that he's got in tow what looks like a small like suitcase. And is running as the one behind him is just kind of like pointing. Does anybody here speak? I should
Bob.
probably double check.
I speak. What language do I need to speak though?
Gobbo.
Goblin. I might actually.
I don't speak Goblin.
I do speak Goblin.
You do speak Goblin?
Is
Yes.
it you get languages based off of your intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, do
I
you?
got
Then I know
four.
like infinite languages.
I don't. I
Well,
only
you
speak.
get one.
English.
You get one per mod. So if you have +4 int or +5 int, then you have.
Yeah, I'm +4. So I have the same number you do, but let's see. I would have common, elven.
If it helps at the moment, as long as one of you speaks Goblin, I assume that there's going to be some form of translation going on.
Yeah, I
even if it's
definitely.
No, there will
inaccurate
not be.
translation.
I don't think I would know Goblin. No.
I'm not keeping you guys in the loop.
Yeah, even if it's inaccurate or very poor translation, I'm sure there'll be
Oh
some.
no, he's just not going to tell us anything.
Oh.
I mean, he's a jerk.
He
Yeah.
is a jerk. In which case, as they kind of walk by, this guy's kind of pulling the thing, and the other one kind of points and just jabbers, points down at the door, and kind of jabbers and kind of jabbers at them, and just kind of pushes the thing along. Muncher able to make out that the guy's just like, yeah, the office is that way. We were told that we were able to bring it in now, so we should be good to go.
Goblin, I say, yeah, over here, over here, over here.
As they both kind of like turn very suddenly.
I say, that's the sample, right? Yeah, over here.
Make a lie, please, if you don't mind.
I will do that.
Wait, yeah,
15.
15. You see as they look at you and both of them just gonna pause for like a half second, and then keep walking, and you just all of you just see two middle fingers kind of floating by, and then go into that end room.
What did you say to them?
Can I make
I
a? Go ahead. Keep-
said, it's like kind of a goblin specific slur.
Can I make a demoralize?
Yes, I suppose. Yeah.
Like, can I intimidate them? I can do it without speaking a language because I have intimidating glare.
Okay. Yeah. Please.
When they go to look at us to flip us off, I let the orc out and I snarl at them to try and intimidate them into coming over here.
Okay.
Does that make
Huh.
sense?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking on my mind how they would react to this.
They're my perception is they're goblins, so I don't know the in-world lore, but like in my head canon, orcs are like goblins would be like afraid of orcs in a sense.
Yeah.
You're basically their dad.
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I'm their
yeah.
dad, and I need them to come over here.
Give me the roll.
I had a 17.
17. You can, as you do so, the two middle fingers that were like floating, that were floating there, seem to go just a little bit lower, as opposed to a fully extended arm. It kind of just floats back down to like maybe like chest height, hip height, as they just kind of continue to cruise as quickly as they can now, towards the back office there.
I call out, my friends killed thousands of people. You'll just be another number on a page, pal.
He's no one.
These guys are just gonna walk a little bit, even a little bit faster here, with the addition of that. They get to the very end of the hall. You guys can hear as one of them kind of perps up at the gal, and she just says, yeah, you guys can go in. You were in there before. Just go.
Where are you again?
And then they just kind of crack the door open and then just get into the room. Guys, wait a few more minutes here. Before you guys hear what sounds like a large thump sound coming from that office.
Uh-oh.
It's almost like something heavy just like hit the ground.
I'm gonna go let myself in.
Okay.
I'm not.
It's we're just gonna walk over to the door to
I'll go with
anybody
him.
else. You work will go with them?
Yeah, I'm gonna give the old. Oh, is everything okay in there?
Yeah, this sounds like it could have been like a body hitting the floor.
Yeah. As you guys walk up to the door, can you guys kind of say that and you don't really get much of a response, but can I get both of you to make a perception check for me?
You can.
I got a
Perception.
20.
I got a natural 20 plus 5.
Boy. As both of you kind of like have walked up to the door, to kind of say that into the door, and you guys can start kind of hearing the guys just go wait in the. But even as you're saying that, you guys can hear inside what sounds like just a slight scuffle occurring, and you guys then with even just that moment where she says says those words, you guys can hear what sounds like glass breaking.
I look at Rich and I give him the nod, and I think that you know what I mean, and I think that we both shoulder check the door at the same time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Can I get both of you to make a force open here?
That's athletics, correct?
That
Correct.
is athletics.
I am actually good at that.
I got a 27.
Well, that's good because I got 10. I rolled very
Hey.
poorly.
Collectively, you guys kind of look at each other, 1, 2, 3, and throw your shoulders into the door. At that moment, both Munt and Rin here, you guys are going to hear as even louder, gonna spang into that door. The door swings open. You guys can hear the kind of crack of the lock as it does, and just it flies straight open. As you do, you can see a very large office. The room is probably about what 30 by 60 here, or 30 kind of 30 deep, 60 long.
Yeah.
You guys can see that at the very and at the far end here, you guys are basically on the if I were to draw it out, I don't really have a good way to draw it out. But basically, you guys enter in basically southwest corner of the room.
Hmm.
Fundamentally, at the far eastern wall, you guys can see there's a large table there. There's several chairs set up. On in the middle of that northern wall here that you guys are facing, you guys can see that there's a large window there. This seems to be shattered. And as you guys kind of bash through the door and look inside, you can see that several of these chairs are kind of been knocked over, and there's several goblins here, all with kind of weapons drawn. One of them bleeding out of his head, and on the ground. But at the very back, just behind the desk area, you can see that there's a large wooden chair that's been toppled over as well. And there's an old man who's too dignified for this look, but seems to be holding a fire like a fire escape axe it's got that's got lots of blood on it. At this point, the entire room kind of gets that moment where they recognize that somebody else has entered. Can I get everybody here to roll initiative?
Yep.
You
Yes, sir.
betcha. Is it just perception initiative?
In this case, yes.
All right.
I got a natural 20.
Today's 13.
I got a
Ooh.
22, not natural, but
Sorry, give me 1 second here. I just realized that I don't have my dice. I'm gonna be right back.
Yep.
I don't have my dice. That was me last time. Waited a solid 90 minutes before I did anything last time, and I was stoked.
Oh.
I'm ready to show off my cool shit this fight.
Excellent.
Yay!
And by cool shit, it's cool for me.
Ha.
I don't really do any cool stuff. I just punch people.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a couple level ups before I really get to pop off. But that's okay.
My cool shit is that I just get a shield that is sweet.
All right. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
All right. Sorry. Who had over 20 here?
I had 22.
I had 25.
Oh, that beats me.
He's rushing in for the protect.
Yeah.
Big protect.
All right. Who had over 15 here?
I had 15.
And then that leaves me with Munt. What did you have here?
13.
Sorry. One more time. You cut out there.
13.
13. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. In which case, yeah, you guys now can for two of you, you guys bust into the room. Now seeing the kind of large commotion here, broken window, chairs everywhere. In this 30 by 60 room, you guys are entering from the far southwest corner. There's a large desk, maybe just near the back wall, and basically, like what we're gonna say here is, if you guys get to about halfway past the room, it's gonna be a slightly more difficult to navigate because there's gonna be there are a lot of chairs and broken parts kind of strewn across there right now. But the rest of this kind of the initial kind of 30 by 30 part of this room is pretty open for you guys. In which case, Wark comes up to you first.
Okay. So you said it was difficult to get to the other side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the full 60 feet. The first 30 feet's clear.
Yeah, first 30 feet is clear. Yeah.
I can only move 25 feet, so I am going to invoke my essence power. So he does the thing again where he takes his holy symbol and he draws a circle, and then he punches through it, and then his shield forms. Only this time it's like, instead of just looking like a normal shield, it glows and it ripples, and there's like a snake that like slithers around on the front of it. So like in a circle, because it's the symbols in Ouroboros. Which basically just gives my shield a bunch of cool stuff. 10 hit points, extra hardness, all that stuff, for 1 minute. And then I am going to move 25 feet towards the scuffle. I'm assuming that doesn't put me in range. Like, I don't know if that puts me in range of any goblins or anything.
No. At the moment, it looks like all of the goblins are either just are on the other side of the desk, kind of getting at the old man, or are just on the other side of the desk here. They're well away from you.
Okay.
Where you walk through, you can see that there is a little bit of broken glass, but with your gear, that's not a problem for you here.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'm gonna move forward 25 feet, and then I'm going to probably just raise my shield just in case one of them turns on me, which gives me a bunch of extra stuff. Okay.
As long as you're keeping track of it, that works for me.
Yeah, I got it.
Excellent.
My shield has like 4 extra 10 hit points and 2 extra hardness and all this jazz.
Cool beans. All right. In which case, I think that brings us up to Rich now.
Okay. We're gonna do something cool here. Da-da. So there's like a big table in the way is basically the problem, right? Like a big long table.
There's a relatively large long table. It's so the room's 30 feet deep. The table is about 10 feet long and centered near that back area there.
All right.
And then there's just like an assortment of essentially glass, broken chair legs, chairs, things like that.
Okay. I am going to stride the 25 feet, and then I'm going to make a long jump. I'm just going to try and clear all this crap in the middle and get as close as possible.
Okay, yeah. Go.
Get in there, Hops.
Hop, skip, jump.
Office.
21, which means I can clear 21 feet.
Oh.
So I
All
just
right.
I run up and I put my hands on the back of a chair and just use it to vault as far into the room as I can.
Yeah, so you gotta make the 25, get to 21. I assume you're kind of running up a sidewalk here and in that first 25 here.
Hmm.
And then you're gonna vault the remaining 21 here. Yeah, now you're well into the area of the melee here.
Okay.
You can see that there's a few there's actually like 3 goblins kind of gathered near the edge of the desk that you're close to. There's one that's literally like has an entire chunk of his head taken off and is lying dead basically near your feet.
Hmm.
And then you can see that there are 2 more goblins that are kind of flanking the old man in the back there.
Yep. Long jump is 2 actions, so I took all 3 of mine. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, you land right into the melee. You can see the guy kind of turn and freaked out by the fact that this person just flew through here.
Giant ass Noel just dived into the middle of them.
Yeah.
Eh.
Oh man. Okay. In which case, you guys are going to see as the 2 goblins at the very front here, near the old man one of them seems a little slow on the uptick of what's going on, and you can see as he brings up a large club and just kind of like brings it down on who you presume to be Marcus here. And you guys see as as it just kind of barely glances off of him. You watch as this piece of crap tries it again, um, and again, and oh god, I forgot these are the dice that roll 3s on them. That's
Oh,
okay.
the 3 dice, my favorite.
That's all his dice. Let's be honest. It's all his dice roll 3s.
Usually only as a player. Usually when I'm on this side, usually they roll outrageously well for some reason. Um, in which case, you guys watch as the other one now has noticed that people are kind of coming in. It seems to try to now like knock the axe out of his hand here. Gets that, and you watch as the guy kind of clubs the axe out of the old man's hand here, and then now kind of tries to grab him around. Oh, this guy's doing way better. Double checking that. Yeah. As he seems to now grab a hold of him and just has like an armor, yeah, kind of like almost like is like bear hugging this old guy and trying to like get him into a chokehold here. Um, Brings us out to Rin.
Yep. I am going to head over that way.
Mhm.
So I only move at 25 feet. Would I be able to get within sort of like the doorway?
Yeah. The basically that hallway that you guys had to walk down is only about 20 feet. So you make it
Alright,
well into the room here.
so I'll make it into the room. Looking at this, I am going to. I'm going to do a quick thing to gauge who seems to be the party that we are trying to attack or defend from. Are we on Marcus's side or are we on the other guy's side?
I'll let you make that a personal decision.
Wasn't huge on those goblins. They did.
It's
flip
like
her off.
7 on. It's like 7-on-1. There's
I'm going for a collab. I'm trying to shoot through the goblin's head into this guy's head.
I am going to pick the 2 closest goblins, and I am going to electric arc them.
Okay, the 2 closest goblins.
Yeah.
Okay. That. And what do I need to do for that here?
You have to do a reflex save.
A reflex save. Okay, so this one is going to roll a 19.
Okay, that one.
And that one is going to roll a 14.
Okay. The 14 one hits, and they get 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. All right.
Boy.
Yeah, you arc right into that guy. Yeah, it seems to miss the first one and just bounces onto the other one. This is the one that's closest to Rich, actually. That gets a little bit of a taser tingle here. Anything else that you would like to do?
And then I am going to duck around the other side of the doorway.
Okay,
I'm
just
gonna
kind of
attempt to hide.
back out around the edge of the door here.
Yeah.
All right. In which case, that brings us out to Munt.
I am going to overdrive my gun.
Okay.
Classic.
Classic maneuver. Love doing that. A 14, which is a fail, so I will retry to overdrive my gun.
Mm-hmm.
I've never asked this, but I don't know if you've ever said it. What does overdriving the gun actually do?
It adds my int mod to damage. It was I was fully overcharged when I killed Larry.
No, I know you were, but I don't know if it was ever like explicitly said what it did.
Yeah, I said what it did.
Okay. That's cool.
I will use my third action to also try to overdrive my gun. Okay, I crit success that time. So I have now 2 stages of overdrive, and I will end my turn.
Okay. In which case, you hear the commotion. You watch as Rin dashed out the door, and then you start getting the gun going. In which case, these 3 are now going to try to figure out what their life is about. The one who got the lightning tingle here, kind of and then sees the Rich who had just suddenly landed beside him. It's going to try to have a go at you here, Rich.
mm-hmm.
As he walks up a step here, and this one is an 11 to hit, which I assume does not.
Definitely not.
He's gonna try again with the minus here. Oh, that is a natural 20.
Yeah, I have 18 armor class, so that's going to be a crit.
Okay, in which case he's going to. He's gonna stabs in kind of just try to stab into you with this small dagger. You're gonna take 8 points of piercing damage here.
Ouch.
It's gonna give it one more go here. Oh, that, yeah, with the minuses, that does not go anywhere. All right. And then the other one here, seeing that his friend seems to be checking you pretty well, turns their head back towards the doorway here, seeing both Rin and Wark. The Wark kind of barreling down on him. He seems to pull out what looks like a sling, and just winds it back here and tries to take a shot at Wark. That's an 18 to hit.
Negative.
All right, it's gonna give it another go here. That is not gonna do it. And he has to reload as well. So that just doesn't work. He just kind of gets more ammo notched back in there, but can't really do much else. The last gnome here, you guys watch as he seems to like go after like a little thing on his belt, and then just kind of like takes a quick look at it. Looks like whatever it is, there seems to be like a very delicate flask and some sort of like maybe some sort of clear like liquid. But even as he moves it, it seems to move extremely viscously. Seems to quickly kind of pour it on the glove that he's wearing, and then onto the knife, and then just kind of runs over towards Rich as well here.
Uh-oh.
Um, and it's gonna have a go at you. That is a 19 to hit.
That does hit.
It's going to give you a grand old 3 piercing damage.
Yep.
But as this gel kind of sinks into you, it makes it. It's something like wherever the place that he stabs you, suddenly makes it feel like it itches way too much.
Mm.
At the for this next turn, you're going to be considered flat-footed.
Okay.
Okay. In which case, that's gonna bring us back up to Wark.
Okay. So I'm gonna move up to where the guy shot me with the sling. Does that put me within 15 feet of Rich?
That does, yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna move.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to.
Sorry, can I quickly ask you what your athletics score is?
I have a +8.
I'll say, yeah, okay. I was just wanting to make sure because there's kind of like a little bit of debris or something. You kind of
Oh.
charge through it.
Yeah.
It really does not impact you at all, and it actually clears a path of like broken chairs and debris, so that there's like a nice clear path right behind you.
Okay. And then I'm going to attempt to hit the guy that shot me with the sling.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
+8. Does a 14 hit?
14 does not here.
Okay, and then I'll raise my shield.
Okay. In which case, shield goes up. That brings us up to Rich.
All right. I'm gonna devise a stratagem on the first guy who stabbed me, who took some lightning damage already.
Okay.
All right. So I rolled a 12, and I'm okay. So that should be a hit. But I'm not attacking yet. When I devise a stratagem, I will also use. Where is my other skill here? Da, 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 da. Oh, come on. There we go. Known weakness. All right. I will roll a free recall knowledge. And if I succeed, I get +1 to hit.
Okay.
No matter what the recall knowledge is, that is over 20, so that is a success. And I can immediately convey that to someone else as well. So Rin and I both get +1 on our next attack roll against this guy. I'll say that it's basically I'm looking at him and going, oh, you burned his left arm, it's low, right? Or something like that. So now we know that it's easier to hit. So my devise a stratagem kicks in. I have 20 to hit with that.
That will hit, yeah.
And we will do 10 damage.
10 damage.
Yes.
Oof. This guy, you just punch him, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. It's as as the zap on the left, as you said, the burn on the left arm was really the spot. You kind of like you wind up after taking a close look, shouting out the weak spot, just giving the arm giving the arm a solid punch. You basically tear off this guy's left arm.
Oh my god.
He's still standing here, but like goodness, this guy just like you can see like the shock in his eyes as this he survived an electric shock. And now this one punch man just kind of comes over, takes out the arm as he seems to like still standing, but just not in good shape at all.
All right. With my final action, I am going to roll an athletics trip attempt. I think. Do we want to do a trip? Yeah, knock him prone. On the guy with the poisoned itchy dagger.
Okay. Yep.
That is a 21.
21. Yeah. It's that guy is now prone here.
So yeah, I punch the one guy with the right, and then I just
Yeah.
reach down and grab the other guy's leg and yank it out because he's a goblin. He's not very big.
No, not big at all. It's just you give it a solid yank. You find that he kicks a little too much for you to keep a hold of it, but he's just like now flat on his back. Okay, in which case, the big guys are going to go here. The one guy who's got Marcus grappled here. You guys watch as he seems to try to get him into a better hold, and he's not able to do it. You guys watch as the old man seems to have old man strength to him, and just kind of keeps himself from getting the arm choked up around his neck, and it just keeps constantly trying to elbow. There's plenty of fight left in him. The other big goblin still now is still going to try to take club at him here. That will hit. That's going to be oof. As you guys watch this, he clubs on him. You guys look at now see as the remnants of that. You see in Marcus's face, just like he's got an entire side now that's kind of almost battered in, bleeding. And then he misses.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Am I within 15 feet of Marcus as well?
You are at the yes.
Okay. I would like to glimpse of redemption that attack.
What does it do?
An enemy damages my ally and both are within 15 feet of you. In this case, I mean, can I consider Marcus an ally?
You can technically consider whoever you want an ally.
Okay, so my foe hesitates under the weight of sin as visions of redemption play in their mind's eye. The foe must choose one of the following options. Either the ally is unharmed by the triggering damage, or the ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus my level, and then the attacker becomes enfeebled 2 until the end of its next turn.
Okay, so basically it's either no damage or he takes reduced damage and becomes enfeebled.
Correct.
He's going to choose to reduce the damage here.
Okay, so it's resistance to all damage.
Or so he takes 4 less damage from that attack.
Yes.
Okay. You guys are going to see as Marcus now. I'll say this out loud. He takes 6 total damage here.
Okay, yeah, and then the guy is enfeebled, which I believe is
Penalty to strength-based rolls and DCs, including melee attacks.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, status penalty to the thing. Perfect. Okay. Enfeebled 2, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Which is a 2-point penalty.
Okay, in which case, yeah, he, which makes sense because he He missed the follow-ups there. In which case, as he kind of clubbed into him, Rin, it's your go here.
Okay. So one thing I realized is I couldn't have hidden on last turn because I moved and I used my electric arc, which would have used up 3 of my actions.
Fair.
So
I'll just keep you in the 5 feet in the room then.
Okay. What I am going to do is I am going to cast a Scorching Blast.
Okay.
And so it's 1 action to cast, and then I have 2 actions to throw some things at stuff. So, who looks like they could take a blast?
You have +1 to hit the goblin that's almost dead next to me.
So I'll hit that one, and I'll hit one of the other ones around him.
Hey, what do I need to do for your scorching blast here?
Nothing.
A spell attack.
I actually get to attack with it.
Oh, please do then.
I got plus 1 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. That is a. Oh, 1 second. My attack is +8, so that is a 22 to hit.
22 will do.
All right, and I get to roll. It is 2d8.
Boy.
9 fire damage.
Yeah.
And
As you just like pick your targets and just quickly as you send the zoom out at this guy, having seen the flag that is his arm falling off, and you basically just you scorch right into him, and he just his blackened husk kind of just falls to the ground right in front of Rich.
Yeah. Then there's a guy prone in front of me, which you probably can't hit with a ranged spell.
Nope. Is there anyone else around there that isn't Marcus?
Yeah, there's somebody. There are 2 goblins that are. There's one grappling Marcus. There's one beating on Marcus, and then there's one that Wark is up against as well.
The guy that's beating. Let's smack him with some stuff.
Okay, please do.
I'm assuming I don't have the +1 for this one.
Not for that one, just the one I declared for you.
That's okay. That's a 22 because I got a 14 and I got a 13 the first time.
Nice.
Yeah, go for it. That'll do.
Ooh. Not as much damage this time though. Only 8.
8 damage, still 8 damage. So, yeah, you're going to blast into the guy that was being on a market with with fire. He kind of hits the side of his. He just grimaces a little bit. Okay. Do you still have one more action, or are you?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I evoke a massive fire into the air around your outstretched fist. For the remainder of your turn, you can blast targets within 30 feet by spending a single action which has the attack and concentrate traits.
Okay, so yeah, then you use 3, 1 to light up the spell and 2 shots.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, it will bring us up to Munt then, who has got his gun in overdrive and is itching to fire, I assume.
No, he's not. He doesn't want to fire it at all.
What?
That doesn't sound like a Munt.
Yeah, I will shoot the gun, but I will first run up and get a. Wait, can I see them from the hallway or no? Am I just
No, you'd have to get into the room here.
Okay, yeah, I'll run up to the doorway and I will fire off one at the one facing down Wark.
Okay, please do.
The application did not respond. Did the dice rolling bot break right now?
Maybe I see a 28. But that was from a little bit ago.
That
There you
was the
go.
last one. Oh,
Oh,
there
that
we go.
one's a that one's a nat 20 though, so this guy's
That's
dead.
a natural 20. Please
Yeah,
roll your
Nat-
damage, my friend.
I will roll my damage.
I assume he has over 15 armor class.
The guys.
D20 is always a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
But
could
it's-
get an extra crit, like
Yeah,
it would
and
go
the-
up a step.
Oh, sure.
Big damage. Tell me
I mean, he's
what
got to be rolling like 3d8 or 3d10
it
here.
is.
23
2d8.
damage.
Woo!
23.
That was one off max.
There's an instant in which there's a slight flashback moment. To a different man's whose head got blown right off. But right in front of Wark,
I have my
The-
shield raised, so I'm not getting any gore on me.
yeah, the face of this person, the entire side of the face just blows right off, with the jaw kind of hinged now. There's a slight moment where it just stands there for a second, almost as if in shock, before realizing, oh, I'm dead, and just falling slightly onto the shield, the jaw kind of bouncing off of the shield, and then just the entire body onto the ground here.
And then I would like to demoralize by yelling in Goblin. There's plenty more where that came from.
Oh, please do.
Day 21 on the demoralize.
21 on the demoralize. Yeah, you guys are gonna watch as these guys are. Yeah, these guys are frightened. Specifically, frightened one. Okay. Goodness gracious. All right. In which case, Munt, is there anything else that you would? No, that was move,
No, that's all
shot,
my
and then
actions.
demoralize, right?
Yep.
Okay. In which case, this little gobbo.
Went to market?
Sorry.
Did he go to market?
At this point, he probably should have. But the goblin here, right in front of Rich,
That's
thankfully
lying on the
hasn't.
ground.
Yeah, there's. Let's see here. Yeah, one's dead. That other, the one in front of Wark is dead. There's still the one guy who's laying on the ground. So he's going to take his he's gonna stand himself up here.
Mhm.
He's gonna go once again. He's gonna realize what happened to his friend. Hear the demoralize, which does mean that he does take a status penalty, I believe. Status -1 to this, but he's going to attempt to still attempt to get give Rich the you know what here. That is an 18 to hit.
And I am flat-footed, right? So I lose my dexterity bonus to armor class, I assume.
Oh, you were flat-footed for the last
Oh, okay.
one. Yeah. So
Then
you're okay here.
I have 18 AC. Do ties go to attacker or defender in this?
I don't
I
remember.
believe it's attacker.
I'm inclined to believe that would be the case, but I'll look that up after. Is everybody okay with just rolling with it goes to attacker here?
That's not a Pathfinder. Who wins in a tie contest? That's stealth versus perception.
I think just go with attacker.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with attacker here. If we do need to retro, we will.
No worries.
We will retro for the next time around,
Okay.
or when somebody finds it here. Yeah, you're going to take 3 points of piercing damage here.
Okay.
And you're once again going to be just for the turn deemed to be flat-footed.
Okay.
Okay, in which case that's going to bring us up to Warp.
Okay. So, the guy in front of me is dead.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy, and there's only one left?
There's one left that's seems to be fighting Rich. There are the two big guys who are who are trying to get at Marcus here.
Okay.
Yeah, one has Marcus grappled, and the other one's basically bludgeoning him here.
Okay. Well, I will move to uh I will move up to the one that is uh bludgeoning him, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, sure.
Um and I am going to attempt. I'm just gonna try and hit him.
Okay, please do.
That is a. Where's my plus 8? 16.
16.
I'm rolling
16
terrible.
doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Okay, I will raise my shield again.
Okay. In which case, with that brings us back to Rich here.
All right, and it is meter beat in this edition, so that was a hit for sure.
Oh, okay,
Okay, well, we're gonna devise a stratagem again.
please do.
And that's a 15 on the die, so that'll be good. So I will attack him. So it'll be a 22 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
But only for 8 damage.
8 damage is still 8 damage.
Now I'm gonna look behind him.
Mhm.
Now we're in like a difficult terrain area. Does there happen to be like glass behind him or anything like that?
In this specific area, there's no glass. There's glass a little bit to your guys's, well, to your, I guess. If you're facing him down, it would kind of be like behind you, essentially. It's back closer to the window section. It's essentially there's a lot of if you think
Okay.
about the room like divided into 3 sections here, like 20-foot areas. There's the very open section of that entryway. There's the relatively open section, but there's a lot of chair and glass debris in that middle section. And then in this
Mhm.
last section, it's the big table, a few broken chair pieces.
All right. Then I guess I will just try and trip him again.
Okay, please do.
Nope. 10.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna punch him, and as the guy's a little off balance, you try to trip him, but he was already staggering, and you just missed with that one.
All right.
Okay. In which case, that brings us up to the big guy here. One of the guy kind of feels as War kind of charges up on him. He turns around now to go to face Warp.
Bring it.
And he's gonna try to hit you. That is most definitely going to hit you. This one here is a 21 to hit.
21 does in fact hit me.
Okay. Which means he's going to do that. You're gonna feel as he brings his club down on you here for 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
I will put my shield in the way and
Okay.
shield block. So I get a +2 status bonus to hardness, and I get temporary hit points equal to my level +2. That's 4. So my hardness goes up to 7, and then with the temporary hit points, I take 2, but my shield does not take 2. It still has 2 temp hit points.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cracks down on you here. He tries one more time. He does not get there. In which case, the other guy, he's going to continue to try to grapple with Marcus here. Okay. In this time, Wark, you've got the clearest view of this right now. Is that other guy bowed on you? You're able to see Marcus now. At one point, the other goblin is able to kind of get the arm down, and then now it just has a straight like chokehold on Marcus here.
Yeah.
And you just hear him yell out something incredibly guttural in Goblin. Munt, you're on the
Sure.
far end of this room, but you can hear what you can hear very clearly what this man is. Oh well, what this goblin is yelling. Which is take the shot.
Okay, I will.
Ooh.
I have a sniper in the window.
In which case, that brings us up to Rin here.
I have no clue what they said, but he's holding the dude that I think we're supposed to be not killing. So I am going to do another fire blast, and this time 2 being sent at that one.
Okay. Let's do.
That is a 19.
19 whale hit.
Woo! Okay, and I will see how much damage I do for the first shot, and then see if I need to take the second shot.
Okay.
Because it's an action to do it, so I get. Ooh, that one was nice. Double 7s. 14.
14. Yeah. This guy is scalded, but still standing.
All right, let's go again. Ooh. All right. That's an 18.
18. 18 will just do it.
Beauty.
Okay. And that's 12 damage.
As that guy takes the additional one, and you got and just kind of starts pitching over to the side with Marcus in arm, and slowly kind of flopping over, his arm loosening up and falling over dead. In which case,
Oh. Now I have the highest kill count.
I believe that brings us up to Munt.
For now.
I will.
For
I
now.
will reload and then shoot another guy.
Yeah,
Please
you
help
have
me.
Sure, I'll shoot the guy that is attacking Rich.
Okay, please do.
Seven,
Oof.
which is a. Is there a? Actually, okay. Then my second action, I will put my gun away and pull out a junk bomb
Okay.
and throw my junk bomb at the guy attacking Rich. Say, "I'll save you, Rich."
Oh no.
Okay, what do I need to do for this junk bomb?
I will make a thrown. It's a 10, which does not hit. But it will do one slashing splash damage to everyone within 10 feet of where it landed.
Okay, so my assumption, and that includes the person, right? I would assume.
It includes everyone within 10 feet of where it landed. Yeah.
Perfect. In which case, my assumption is that guy. So that guy's going to take an additional point of damage. I believe that Rich, you will also take 1 point of damage there.
I'd imagine so.
Okay. And Munt, is that all your actions there?
No, I have one more action which I'll use to take cover.
Okay, please do. Yeah, there's enough kind of debris that you can make sure that you break line of sight with some of these guys, so you're pretty good to go here. That guy right by Rich here, you see as he as the even though the jump bomb kind of blew up near him, you see that his focus is still on where Marcus is right now, and you can see that Marcus is kind of he sees that Marcus is kind of moved, and you see his eyes go a little wide as he's realizing that the situation looks worse and worse. Seems to pull out a sling here, and just drop his knife. And is going to take a shot here at Marcus. With you.
Question.
Yes.
I'm standing there, and there's like a desk and stuff in the way. I don't know if this is like, does this give him any cover or anything?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I
like,
can't use my
working.
reaction, but I figured me just being in the way might help with all the debris.
Yeah. Basically, currently I'm giving Marcus like a plus, just like a base +2 here. And that actually does matter, and it does not hit him. The guy's gonna quickly reload and try it one more time though. And same roll, which only gets worse from here.
All right.
In which case, that brings us up to Wark.
Okay, so there's one guy still in melee with me.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to use and what's his name is on the ground behind me because the dude holding him is dead.
Yeah, Marcus is basically like now essentially prone. You can see that he's still like you can see that he's putting effort into trying to like at least get himself like seated or at least like into a crawling position. But he is currently prone. Yeah.
Okay. I use my focus point and cast Lay on Hands.
Okay.
I bend down and I touch him and I said, "We need you. You have to answer some questions. We need you alive." And he heals for 6, and he also gets +2 status bonus to AC for 1 round.
Okay.
That's one action. And then I am going to go into my ever stand stance, which is that I grab my shield with 2 hands, and then I'm gonna raise my shield. Actually, you know what? I'm not shield blocking. I can take the hit to AC, I think. I'm gonna try to hit this guy in front of me with both hands.
Please do.
Awesome.
I don't think I can hit anybody. Yeah, I rolled an 11.
That's unfortunately not going to do it. No.
Yup. So
Alright.
that's everything. That's all my actions. I once again playing the character with the shield, therefore I should never make an attack roll ever. I will only ever defend.
In which case, we're gonna bring it out to Rich here.
All right. Still got this guy in front of me, so I will devise a stratagem again. And that's definitely going to be a fail. So rather than try and attack him, I'm going to roll a grapple.
Okay.
And that's a 27.
27?
Yes.
Okay, let me quickly double check. It's against their fortitude. Is that correct?
Yep.
27 against this guy's fortitude. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, this person is. You get a critical success here.
Okay, so he's restrained.
Yep, until the end of your next turn, unless you decide to move.
So this is what I want to do. I want to grab him and basically almost like judo throw and fall on top of him on the glass on the other side of me.
Okay. Yeah, because you're I guess so. As soon as you're just yeah, you devise a stratagem. You've got him restrained here. You're going to try to drag him a little bit, and then just like toss him over there.
Yep.
Can you just make a I don't know if there's
I-
an actual
Maybe I
thing.
trip him essentially.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you are going to have to move him a slight distance, and he's already already considered restrained. What if I give it you either like a trip or a shove
Either of
to
those
essentially
works,
move
yeah,
him
for
into the thing?
sure.
Yeah,
They're the same regardless.
yeah, I think so.
All right, that's a 20, dirty.
Yeah, and it's going to, and that goes. Sorry, and that goes against their reflex here, but they're restrained. And sorry, I'm just checking the score here. Yeah, go now, and t- you take them, basically like flip them around and slam them onto the ground here. Can you roll a d6 for me?
Sure. 1.
One. Oh, you kind of you get him onto a few shards of glass. You're just not quite powerful enough to fully like slam him down and do more damage. But you can see if there's a few shards of glass kind of cut into him.
Mm.
In which case, big guy with Wark here, is going, now realizes that his situation's a little dire. He now kind of changes his tactic again. Instead of looking at Wark, he realizes he has a job to do, and tries to swing at Marcus here past Wark. Going that, he's gonna miss here. He's
He can
gonna give it
try.
another. Yeah, he's gonna give it another go here. This one takes the minus to it. That's gonna be. That one will hit.
He does have +2 AC because of the lay on hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. This was a 19 on the die.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's going to slam into him. Wait, sorry. It's another 10 points of damage here.
I'm
you guys
gonna use the once I know that
Reaction again.
yeah, once I'm gonna Ghost Rider him. And
Okay. Yeah.
fill him full of redemption so he can either do no damage and be enfeebled, or he can or no damage or less damage but be enfeebled.
Yeah. He's gonna take less, but be enfeebled
Okay,
here.
so he takes 4 less again.
Yep.
And is enfeebled.
Okay, and E2. Okay. In which case, that is him. That brings us up to Rin here then.
Okay, so is it just the one goblin left, or is there two?
There's one on the ground by me,
Okay.
and then one still attacking Marcus.
Are those two within about 5 feet of each other?
They are not, no, unfortunately.
They don't actually have to be within 5 feet of each other. Are they within 30 feet of each other?
Yes, they most definitely are.
Okay, well, they have to roll basic reflex throws or get zapped by some lightning.
Okay, let's
Pew
see.
pew pew.
This one, I'm gonna roll for the one in the back. So that's the stat sheet that I have up right now. That's a 17 for the one at the back.
The DC is 18.
And then the one at the front is going to roll a 20.
I assume he's flat-footed though, given he's on the ground.
Oh, the one on the ground? Oh yeah, no. So sorry. So that'd be an 18. Would be with the flat-footed -2.
Then both get hit. Wahaha.
Excellent. So this might be strange. What's my spellcasting ability modifier?
Charisma.
Charisma. Okay. That's 5 points each.
5 points each. Okay. The one on the ground is looking immensely shocked here. The other one is injured, but still looks like he has a fight to pick. Okay. Anything else, Ren?
Now I can actually go and sort of tuck myself away. I can move and hide.
Okay. In which case, Munt.
I will. Work. Do you still have your shield in front of your face,
I do,
like
yeah.
held up with both hands? Okay. I'm just thinking here. If
No, my
I
shield
throw,
isn't raised. I'm just holding it with 2 hands.
are you holding it with 2 hands?
Yeah, so I
Okay.
don't have any AC bonus or anything like that.
Okay. I am going to throw. And how close is the guy? Is the big guy is right in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can take a hit though, like if you want to like do some big stupid thing.
I'm just trying to think how this would work. I have a thunderstone I'd like to throw against a hard surface, and if that hard surface is your shield, is it going to project the sonic damage outwards from the shield? I would think yes. Like if you throw it at a wall, it's going to send it back into the room.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that, mind you. It does move in waves, so it doesn't block it out entirely.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's because there's one sonic. So it deals 1d4 sonic damage and 1 sonic splash damage. So
Yeah.
I rationalize that as he'd be taking the 1 sonic splash damage because the.
I would be okay. I will allow it.
All right, I will take out my thunderstone and throw it against his shield.
Okay.
And then so I will. So the big guy takes 3 sonic damage and has to make a DC 17 Fortitude save.
DC 17 Fortitude, you said, right?
Yeah, or be deafened.
This man has tinnitus, my friend.
Mop.
Nice.
All right.
And then
Yeah.
I will reload and shoot the guy attacking Rich.
Okay, sounds good. And then we'll do and then we'll just make we'll mark 1 Sonic on Work here, and then there's an additional 1 on the guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the splash
then-
damage.
Yeah, and then 17 to shoot this other guy that's attacking Rich.
17 against the guy on Rich. 17 will do.
That is 8 damage.
That's 8 damage. This guy, you kind of this shot kind of sinks right into the guy's chest. He just a little blob of blood comes up, and then he just slumps over.
All right, reclaiming the kill count lead, and I have my turn.
Go for it.
The important things in life. All right.
I mean, as long as I don't pass you, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These are all going to the spreadsheet.
I technically haven't killed anybody yet.
Neither have
You guys
I
keep
haven't
finishing
hit
off my kills,
anybody.
and I'm okay with that.
I think I've hit somebody
Yeah.
once, and it was not even with my shield.
If it helps, I haven't
You guys
killed
spend a lot of
anybody
time
yet
just
either.
getting punched.
In which case, you guys, at this point, you guys watch as Marcus is kind of like, as he kind of drags himself, like he kind of drags himself. He tries to, he just like, just slowly drags himself backwards, away from the guy who keeps trying to freaking wail on him here. Kind of trying to pull himself into the far corner away from there. There are no more of those guys. That brings us back up to Work here.
Okay, so there's just the big guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he's deafened? What does the deafened condition do? -2 penalty perception checks or initiative. Okay. Nothing important here. Sure, I'm just gonna... Oh, he's enfeebled.
He is enfeebled, yes.
Sick. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to trip him.
Okay.
Which is athletics. right?
Yep.
Yes.
As a 21. And he has
21.
-2.
That is against his reflex -2, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he is. He is on. He is on the ground.
Okay. And then I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
Okay.
I'm basically, so what I'm trying to do is, now that he's on the ground, I'm trying to get into like full mount with my shield raised above him to force him into submission.
Okay. Yeah. Make the grapple here, please. This one's against their fortitude.
That would be a 21 as well.
That will do. Yeah, you have. You have him completely grabbed here.
And then
Um.
because he can't understand me,
mhm.
I am going to roll demoralize and stare into his soul.
All right, please do.
Because I know that I cannot do the other stuff. So that's a 21
21.
as well. That's 3 21s, but all different
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah, that'll do. As this guy's just like, you can kind of see that, you start seeing the fear in his eyes here.
And I look at Bunt and I say, tell him to submit.
Okay.
If you submit now, your death will be painless.
In which case, Rich, this comes up to you here.
All right, I am going to stride over so that I am between the now prone goblin and Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grab a chair
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to sit down because I'm bleeding from several places. But
Yeah.
I'm interposed between them.
Yeah, as you kind of as you're like bleeding and you just limp up to become a basically human shield, and you set yourself down. Are you looking at Marcus, or are you looking at the goblin?
I'm staring down at the goblin.
You're staring down at the goblin. Yeah. At this moment, I would like to point out that you do find something slightly odd here.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that there's a very distinct shine that like a very distinct glare actually that kind of hits your eyes from the outside. And as you kind of look over there, you can see what looks like a small glint, about 2 rooftops away.
That's the shot. Block it.
Do I know what that might be?
I think I think you can presume that it's either somebody using mirror signals, or there's a glint off of a scope somewhere.
Just say, even if you say it, I would tell you because I have warfare
Yeah.
knowledge.
I'll tell Marcus to stay down and get behind something.
Okay. He kind of cowers behind you in the chair right now.
Yep.
Are you going to stay where you are?
I mean, I can't move now. I'm out
Fair
of
enough.
actions.
In which case, this guy who is in his enfeebled, grappled state here, down on the ground, kind of struggling against the desk.
Oh, he's also
going-
deaf. He's deaf, pinned to the ground, frightened, and enfeebled.
Yeah, he's got a
We
few
Helen
things
Keller
going
does
on.
that.
He is going to attempt.
Jesus Christ.
He's going to attempt to escape. With all of the, I believe this is like -3 at no more. Hold on.
You can't
Mine
apply
is-
multiple circumstance bonuses. Also,
Yeah,
just
I'm
in
trying.
case.
Well, I'm trying to see if this counts as a circumstance bonus. Is basically
see.
because
Some of them are
enfeebled is actually a
status.
status bonus.
Yeah.
And demoralize, I believe, and the frightened on demoralize, I believe, is also a status bonus.
Yeah.
But
I'm just gonna go.
they do different things, I think. Like, I know that enfeebled is like specifically He's also no longer enfeebled, I believe, because it's been a turn.
Yeah, he was also only
Oh,
deaf.
right. So he's got, so basically he has a status and he has a circumstance then. So he's trying this at a -3 then.
Mhm.
Okay. He's gonna try to make this roll. Ooh. He's gonna get a 22 total here
Ooh.
To do,
to attempt to escape the grapple.
is that just? I don't know. Do I have to roll?
I'm just going to attempt to escape from being grabbed and restrained. Choose one creature thing that is imposing that condition on you. Attempt to check using that. This is athletics. Apparently it's the thievery thievery DC of the person who tied you up. No, I mean like yeah, it's the grapple. So I would say this would be the athletics DC essentially.
Okay, so what is my athletics DC? 10 plus my athletics?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In which case he breaks out of the thing. You watch as he's gonna stay. Makes himself stand up now, kind of cresting over the edge of this table. He yells, and you just hear him yell at the top of his lungs. Munt, you understand what he's saying? He's just like, "Me, do me!" And you guys are going to hear a shot ring out here.
Oh no!
And you guys are going to watch as this man takes an enormous chunk. You hear a bang off in the distance, and then suddenly you see an enormous chunk of what looks like some sort of iron or steel lodge itself straight into his throat, and he falls over.
The goblin or Marcus?
The goblin.
Oh.
He took the cyanide pill.
Oh.
Yep.
And that's
It
where we're
was
gonna
dead,
end off
wasn't
for
it?
the night.
Okay.
Sick. That's
Cool.
how
I am so hurt.
I would have protected you, but every time I tried to protect you, they tried to kill Marcus.
Yeah. Well, that was entirely my point. Like I wanted to get in there and take the threat off of him. So making sure that two guys were attacking me and not him was the plan.
Mhm.
You guys
I
won
just didn't
rich.
expect it to hurt that bad.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Sure.
I'm down to 13 of 28 hit points, which is pretty decently hurt.
Yeah.
All right, good session, everyone.
All
Yes.
right.
Listen, guys.
Thanks
Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. That was a very entertaining session. We will be back next Thursday with probably questioning Marcus to try and figure out what the heck was going on. So be sure to tune in for that. If you haven't subscribed already to the YouTube channel, please do so. I upload all of the Tensport Tales episodes there. If you missed anything, that you can also find some magic content that I have uploaded as well. Make sure if you're new to the channel that you hit the follow button. I would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe as well if you feel so inclined. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you can get a free Twitch Prime subscription every month by linking your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. And you can use that to support your favorite streamer. So if that sounds like something you want to do, go ahead and do it. Until then, it's been a good one. Peace out, everybody.